Welcome back to the Zarate Creations Podcast. I'm AlexGZarate, and as always, I'm grateful you're here. Whether you're tuning in during a morning walk, a long drive, or a quiet moment of reflection, thank you for making space for yourself today. In a world that constantly tells us to hurry, to push harder, to do more, I want to invite you to slow down and take time for yourself, even if it's just for a moment. Today, we're talking about something that has taught me more than any textbook, any deadline, or any life plan ever could. We're talking about nature as a teacher, specifically how nature teaches us patience and balance. Like nature, our most important goals can't be rushed. Nature never hurries, and yet everything unfolds exactly as it should. Trees aren't rushed in their growth. Rivers never argue with obstacles. Seasons don't skip ahead with impatience. Nature arrives when it's ready, and not a moment before. I've spent countless hours walking trails, watching birds, photographing dragonflies, and standing quietly while the world goes about its business. And every time, nature reminds me of something important. Growth doesn't need force. It only needs time. For veterans transitioning into civilian life, this lesson can be powerful. You've lived in a world where urgency mattered, where decisions were immediate. Nature teaches us that healing, reintegration, and rediscovery doesn't happen overnight. For creatives, nature shows us that inspiration can't be rushed. A flower blooms when conditions are right, not when it's demanded. For entrepreneurs, nature is proof that sustainable growth beats rushed growth every time. We often misunderstand patience. We think it means waiting, doing nothing, holding back. But nature shows us a different truth. Patience is active presence. A seed beneath the soil isn't idle. It's preparing. Roots are forming long before anything breaks the surface. There's effort happening, even when nothing is visible. I've had days where I felt like I wasn't moving forward, creatively, professionally, personally. When those days come, I step outside, slow my breathing, and remind myself, just because I can't see progress doesn't mean it isn't happening. Veterans, patience reminds us that strength isn't lost when we pause, it's restored. Creatives, patience allows ideas to mature instead of being forced into shape. Entrepreneurs, patience helps us build something that lasts instead of something that burns out. Nature is the greatest example of life's balance we'll ever see. Day follows night. Storms give way to calm. Growth and decay coexist, each necessary for the other. Nothing in nature is permanent, and nothing is wasted. I've watched fallen leaves crumble and return to the soil, becoming nourishment for future growth. I've seen burned landscapes return greener than before. That's balance. Life asks the same of us. For veterans, balance means honoring strength and vulnerability. For creatives, it's learning when to create and when to rest. For entrepreneurs, it's understanding that hustle without recovery can lead to collapse. Balance isn't weakness, it's nature's wisdom. Remember, when storms roll in, nature doesn't panic. Trees bend, grass lays low, rivers rise and then recede. Nature responds instead of resisting. That's a lesson I've learned over and over again. When stress hits, when plans fall apart, when the future feels uncertain, resistance only makes it harder. Nature teaches us to adapt without losing ourselves to emotion. Veterans know this instinctively. Adaptability saves lives. Creatives know it. Flexibility fuels creativity. Entrepreneurs live it. Pivoting is survival. Nature reminds us you don't have to fight every storm. Sometimes you just have to endure it. Nature exists fully in the moment. A bird isn't concerned about tomorrow. A sunset doesn't slow down when we're late. When I'm out photographing nature, patience is a necessity. You can't rush wildlife. You can't command the light. You wait. You observe. You breathe. And in that waiting, something shifts. You learn to live in the moment. For veterans, presence quiets the noise of the past. For creatives, presence opens the door to inspiration. For entrepreneurs, presence brings clarity to decision-making. Nature is a reminder to us all that this moment is enough. So how do we bring these lessons into daily life? We start small. Take intentional walks with no phone and without rushing. Notice the rhythm of your breathing. Pay attention to cycles every day, your energy, your creativity, and your motivation. Rest without guilt. Move forward without rushing. Let patience guide your pace. Let balance guide your choices. Nature doesn't demand perfection. It invites our participation. Nature doesn't judge where you are in your journey. It simply reminds you that you're part of something larger, slower, and wiser than any deadline. When life feels heavy, step outside. When patience feels thin, look to the seasons. When balance feels lost, remember the rhythm of the natural world. Nature isn't separate from us. It's the most important part of us. Thank you for walking this path with me today. Wherever you are, whatever you're carrying, know that strength and growth is happening, even if you can't see it yet. Until next time, keep showing up with intention and heart. Let balance steady your steps, and let purpose light the way to better and brighter tomorrows. Onwards.